Today I'm going to share 5 lessons from starting my own business. For those who don't know me, my name is Linda. I started my first business back in 2020 selling dried citrus. So I was selling lemons, dried limes, dried grapefruits. Most people were purchasing them for cocktail drinks or for tea or just adding to their water for some flavor. And I attended I lost count, like over 60 farmers market, even more, probably like 100 plus markets in the 2 to 3 years that I was running it. Because I recently did my final sale for the citrus, I wanted to close this chapter by doing a 3-part series. Today I'll be talking about the lessons I'm learning. The second part of this video that will be released will be the mistakes that I made as an entrepreneur. And the final video will talk about details of things that I wish I knew before attending my first farmer's market. Lesson number 1 is have fun, get excited. You thought about an idea, you're thinking about starting this business, and I want you to have fun. Get excited about it. And when you have that excitement, start taking action. So for me, I actually joined a program that was in partnership with RBC and Douglas College. It was called Young Entrepreneurship Program, and it was 2 to 3 month program that was offered at that time. And because I have no background in business, I decided to do that program. It was free as well. So in that program, I had to write my own business plan and get it approved or get it reviewed by one of the program instructors. And that was really helpful. Although the business plan, I didn't exactly follow the business plan, but it was good to think about all the different things that might happen or I might want to plan for in a business. Where do I want to get started? Where do I want to be in 5 years? Like, what does this look like? So just having a general idea of all the different ways, because when you start a business, there's so many different directions you can go. And depending on your goal, it's going to be, so depending on the goal that you have for yourself, you're going to take different actions and different steps, and you're going to have different to-do list items. And so when you plan out the next year or plan out your vision for the next 2 to 3 years, then you can focus on the goals that matter. So I highly encourage you, if you don't take a program or you don't have any background business, to write a business plan. Just look up on Google like business plan templates and start thinking about it. Lesson number 2 is to research the market. So depending on the business idea you have, you want to get a sense of what's currently available. So if you want to focus locally first, and I encourage you to focus locally and then expand over time, but look around. Is there any businesses that are already doing this? How are they doing this? And so when you gather and create Word document or anything of all the businesses that exist in the market that you want to start, and start comparing them, the pros and cons, what you like about each one, and kind of creating your own version of how you think you'll set yourself apart. So I was really lucky because when I decided to start this dried citrus business, this was really popular in Europe and in other parts of the world, but actually in Vancouver, BC, I couldn't find any businesses that were doing this. There were some Etsy shops online that were doing it, but they were really far away. There was no one locally doing this. I mean, after I started, there started to become competitors that came into the picture like a few years later. But when I started, I was the only one. That really gave me an edge because it was so much easier. And then I compared all the different dried citruses in different countries and all the ones that were well known online. I looked at all of the reviews and what people wanted to see more of. So I took it to the next level. I wanted to be a premium product. So most of them obviously were in plastic bags. I put my product in a glass jar, like all these little things. I researched on dehydration and how to get the best product that I can get. I compared everything, and I wanted to set myself apart. Even with the branding, I'm like, how can I look different than these other brands out there in the world? And then I started to sell at farmers markets and build my customer base through direct interaction. But all of these little things really, really made a difference. Like taking your time to see what's out there and seeing how you can set yourself apart from these businesses that are currently available. Lesson number 3, take action. You gotta take action. I also got stuck in the pool of knowledge and information. We have to remind ourselves that it's in the actions that progress us further. When I was doing lemon jars and doing all the markets and just starting the business in general, I told myself that I would just do one thing a week. I'm just gonna sign up for this one market this week. I'm gonna sign up for this one application this week. I'm just gonna post one thing on social media this week. I had only one goal a week because you running a business is or can be an endless to-do list, which can be stressful, right? So if you just focus on, I'm not gonna be so hard on myself. I just gotta do one thing each week and set those small, realistic, achievable goals for yourself. And that's going to build your confidence, and then it will help you build the momentum to be like, okay, I can do one thing a week. And then maybe over time, you might do 2 things, but if you're starting to feel overwhelmed, bring it back, make it smaller, and set those really, really tiny goals. Lesson number 4 is have a separate checkings and credit card for your business. You have your personal things that you'll spend on, and then you have your business things. If you combine all of those transactions in the same account, it's going to get really, really messy, and financial management is a big part of business, and it can be a scary part. If you're really busy, you might consider hiring a bookkeeper to help manage your finances, or just to keep up with your all your transactions while you are starting your business. But just keep things simple. As long as you separate your checkings and your credit card transactions from your business and personal, that's a good start. Lesson number 5 is to build relationships. This is going to be such a rewarding part and really helpful part, because if you can build relationships, then you're going to enjoy this process better. Even though I was doing almost everything myself, I had to build a lot of relationships. I built relationships with the suppliers who provided me with the lemons and the limes and the grapefruit, and that helped me save money because I was able to have relationships with them. And then my relationships with my customers, like I met so many amazing people that made this experience so rewarding. Other entrepreneurs and business owners that I got to meet in the farmers market were so helpful, because we were able to talk about issues together and figure out problems that we had and just have that common experience together to make starting a business less stressful. So as much as you can, try to create friendships and build those relationships with those people around you, and don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. It's part of the journey. I'm so grateful that I was open to building those relationships, because it's tough. Sometimes you have to find different ways to measure success, not only think about it financially, because there's moments when you attend a farmer's market and it's a rainy day, no one's showing up, and all you got is all the other vendors to keep you going. It's important to find other ways to measure success. If you enjoyed this kind of video, my next video will be about the mistakes that I made starting my first business. Feel free to subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss that video. I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!